Hey everybody, this is Dust for Dust Dawn Gaming and MTG Tavern here on Twitch with Reid Duke's Bloodbraid Elf Jun list. So, looking at this list, a couple things that differentiate from some of the more nominal Jun lists is there's only 4 discard spells in the main deck. 25 lands as opposed to 23 or 24. And then Bloodbraid Elf at the top end. So, Jund obviously hasn't been performing well pre-Bloodbraid Elf banning. It struggled in the presence of Death Shadow, kind of becoming the mid-range deck of choice. So Wizards was kind of hoping to help push along the archetype with Bloodbraid Elf in addition to unbanning Jace. So this deck is your typical Jund shell. Has a few more lightning bolts than has previously been common. Guessing part of the reason for that is the use of Bloodbraid Elf as an aggressive element as opposed to a more sit back control the game element. Gives you more of a tempo like Bloodbraid Elf and the lightning bolts. Go deal your opponent 6 in one time even if they've cleared your board or something. Beyond that, you got your usual Tarmogoyf, Scavenging Ooze, Dark Confidant, along with some Fatal Pushes, Terminates, Abrupt Decays, Maelstrom Pulses, Kolaghan's Commands, and then your 4 Liliana of the Veil, 1 Liliana of the Last Hope. And then the sideboard, very similar to what he had going on with his Absand list, except for he's moved the Thoughtseizes to the sideboard. So you have Thoughtseizes for matchups where you need discard, like against other combo decks. Collective Brutality for burn, control, combo, Liliana, the Last Hope, and some grindier matchups, Grin Lavamancer against smaller creature decks. 3 Abrupt Decays, because who hates losing to Lantern and Affinity. Fulminator Mage for 3-color mid-range decks, Tron and Valakut, and then Kitchen Finks in matchups where you need some life gain. Grafdigger's Cage for matchups like Collected Company and Graveyard decks, and then Nihil Spellbomb as an additional hedge against other graveyard decks. Alright, so I'll just play some Jund. So we were able to 5-0 with Bloodbraid Elf Ponza earlier today. If you want to take a look at that, feel free to take a look at our YouTube channel link down below here on the stream, and if you happen to be on our YouTube channel, should probably be the video right above this one. So here's hoping for some fun games, everybody. 25 lands feels a little heavy, but you do have 3 Raging Ravine and 1 Treetop Village, I believe. So there's quite a few creature lands in the deck. Deck should hit pretty hard, has a fairly decent balance of threats. I'm sure Tron's still not an amazing matchup. Beyond that, I guess we shall see. We shall see, we shall see. 4 of Dark Confidants, 3 Scavenging Ooze, 4 Tarmos. A little bit heavy on the basic lands there, at least for Jund. Do I like to... Nope, no playing first. So... keep. Alright, so... Alright, that makes this a little bit easier. Get to go Inquisition... Alrighty. So we're up against the new Eldrazi deck. Opponent gets to go... Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a mess. So we completely missed on our... Opponent gets to go Thought Knot next turn. So, am I interested in running out Tarmogoyf, Dark Confidant, or Blood. Yeah. I think I'm interested in running Dark Confidant out, although our opponent's going to have us under quite a bit of duress pretty quickly. Here comes Thunknut. See what our opponent takes here. Probably Tarmogoyf for Liliana. I think Liliana is probably the most dangerous thing that could leave in our hand right now. See what Bobby reveals. Alright, 2 bolts. Got Raging Ravine here. I'm willing to trade Dark Confidant for a Lightning Bolt here, probably. Don't know that we're in great shape here, but because our opponent gets to Reality Smash this turn, or Bloodbraid Elf. Looks like this is going to be a smashing turn. Yep. Alright. Relic of Progenitus, extremely annoying here. So... I think we just go ahead and take the hit here, as much as that sucks. Hopefully we'll hit a land here. Well, we hit a land, just not necessarily in the order we really wanted to. So... what is our best hope here to win? Kulagon's Command. Target player discards a card, destroy target artifact. This and that. Pretty sure we're just dead here. Alright, so Tarmogoyf being a 3/4. They have another Reality Smasher? Seriously? This new Eldrazi deck's a bit annoying, I will grant that much. So, alright. Cards make sense. Probably want the Fulminators. The Last Hope doesn't do a whole lot. Definitely want the Thoughtseizes. Some number of Lightning Bolts can probably go. Definitely want the Fulminators on the play. Question is it Kulagon's Commands or Lightning Bolts that are coming out? Probably... 3 bolts and 1 K command. Because Kulagon's Command isn't doing a whole lot in this matchup, other than blowing up their relics and such, which has some merit, but I don't really think that's a fight we're winning. Alright, so hand seems decent, as long as they don't have turn 3 Thought Knot again. Don't have a discard spell on one, but we do have pretty decent mana here. Definitely gonna have to play the new Eldrazi deck at some point. So how's everyone doing? You had a chance to play the new Modern format yet? Or have you been just playing the old Modern format in paper? Alright, opponent is making sure we're not the one freezing up here. We can go Scavenging Ooze on 2. Let's play this out. So I think I'm just getting Swamp Matter here. I think I'm just supposed to get Swamp or Overgrown Tomb. I think the particular list our opponent's running runs Blood Moon, so I do have to be a little bit careful. I'll get an Overgrown Tomb. I want to maximize my green sources for Scavenging Ooze. Good old Tarmogoyf, huh? If they want to bolt this, I guess I'm okay with that exchange. Go ahead and start whittling away at their hand. See what they lose here. Probably an extra land or something. They pretty much don't have a talisman, so they discard a Thought Knot, huh? Does that mean you have here, though? It's a Reality Shaper or Matter Shaper? Yeah, Reality Shaper. Alright, another Liliana here. See what this does. They get to put a Stomping Ground into play here. And then... am I just holding up Terminate, or am I playing Scavenging Ooze? I think I'm just holding up Terminate. So I might have like Bloodbraid Elf into something here. Yep. Alright, so they're ramping. It's fine. Let's see where this Bloodbraid Elf ends up going. Dark Confidant. So what am I pitching to Liliana then? It's probably not the other Liliana in case they have Reality Smasher. Is it just Scavenging Ooze here? Our opponent didn't play a land, so they're likely on all spells. It's possible this gets bolted. Nope. Alright, so their hand must be all action. It's not exactly great. Hopefully this is not a Reality Smasher. Though if it is, I do guess we get to do Lily on it, so... Dismembering, Dark Confidant. Okay. Sure. How many Lilianas are we gonna hit here? Jeez. Not that I mind, Liliana's not a horrible card in the matchup, but still it isn't the best. Alright, so Reality Smasher. I think we know what's coming down next turn. They have Hazaret in hand? It's a lot of hasty stuff. Sure. Alright, Relic of Progenitus is moderately annoying. Man, their deck is all over the place. This Reality Smasher. Sure. Question is, what do you go after here? Liliana? Sure. Play out the Stomping Ground, tapped. I don't know if our opponent wants to use... I think their hand's, what, Hazaret and Relic here? Battery Shaper. Alright, there's Relic. Get Overgrown Tomb here. Dark Confidant seems like a pretty decent hit here. Opponent's probably going to have to pop their Relic in response. Oh, I guess it was... Why do we have Hazaret in their revealed card zone, though? Maybe that was revealed by their one Bloodbraid Elf? Is that what was going on there? Yep. Let's see what this flips. Ancient Stirrings. Which I guess they can play post-combat here. How many Dark Confidants have we been through? 1, 2... Another Reality Smasher. Alright. Alright, so we're losing our Liliana to this Reality Smasher coming down. Yep. smushed. And 3 of our 4 Lilianas have already been gone through, so... Yeah, Inquisition, that's a good card. Probably just a land in hand. Yep. So need to draw... Oh dear. Okay. Huh. Well, I think we're getting outjunded here. 3, 6, 11. We're about to take a heck of a beating. 3, 6. I don't know if there is a way back from that one. Nope. Alright. Red Green Eldrazi confirmed. Possibly pretty decent against Jund. Definitely want to play that list later at some point. How's everyone doing tonight? Hanging out playing some Reid Duke Bloodbraid Jund. We just got out mid-range by Eldrazi. Ancient Tomb is such a fun card, especially when it deals your opponent no damage. Alright, so... definitely keep this hand. It is... once again, this Raging Ravine a little awkward. Guess we're just playing our tap land because we can't guarantee we'll have our third. Alright. Good old Merfolk. So, am I just supposed to Inquisition here? Or am I trying to play out Dark Confidant and hope not to get too hard of a hit here? Need to hit some land drops. Especially since 2 of our Bloodbraid Elves are already in our hand. Yep, Master. Taking a hit for 3 here. No, I'm not blocking this turn. Alright, let's see what we hit. Alright, Blackleaf Cliffs into Liliana isn't bad. Got Inquisition, see what you got going on over there. See if we get hit by like a Spell Pierce or something. So they have Spell Pierce, and they have Harbinger of the Tides, as well as Master of Waves. So I think I just want to go ahead and kill this Master, see if they're tempted to play out a Harbinger, then we can potentially pulse that. Alright, Silvergill Adept. See what they draw. Merfolk, Merfolk, Merfolk. Still don't think I trade Bob this turn. And it doesn't look like they're going to play out a card so we can actually catch them with Pulse. Another Blackcleave Cliffs. Hmm. What is our play here? See if they sacrifice like their Mutavault or something. Nope. So I think this turn, if given the chance, we'll go ahead and sacrifice away their... Okay, so there's the island we know about. Alright. Alright, so... which one am I killing here? I guess Mutavault. So we know they have Harbinger and that in hand, so I guess we just go ahead and play Bloodbraid Elf. Hope to get a little bit lucky here. Yeah, definitely casting this. Just keep your board under control. Don't really think they're going to want to Harbinger that back to our hand. And their Master of Waves isn't nearly as good right now. So let's go ahead and plus here. Guess I'm discarding other Liliana here. Opponent discards Ether Vial. See if this gets them to use their Harbinger. It does. Okay, they're just going to trade. Why on earth would you flash that in and then... Alright. Of course, I say that as I'm playing Bloodbraid Elf post-combat. So Overgrown Tomb tapped. Pass the turn. Alright. Why are you playing Curse Catcher for 2 mana? Oh, 2 Curse Catchers? Sure. There goes their Master of Waves. We lose... what, our Maelstrom Pulse, since it's our most inefficient card. See if our opponent trades. They don't. Go and do this. Just just hold up Bolt and our Scavenging Ooze here. Okay, what kind of card do you have here? There's a battlefield. Tap target creature and opponent controls. The opponent doesn't untap during its encounters. Sure. Okay. Both going after Liliana, or are you going after me? Alright, sure. Bolt. Liliana goes to 2 here. Start chomping away at some stuff in our opponent's graveyard. That Master of Waves. Alright, Bloodstained Mire. So if I present lethal here, I guess I can present lethal in any which way I go, so see what we hit off of this. Choose not to cast that. Opponent has to trade off here or they're dead. Let's go ahead and plus this Liliana, keep it around. And force our opponent to discard a card. And this combination of creatures is obviously lethal, so good game, opponent. Alright, sideboarding here. So I'm probably interested in the Pyromancer. Alright, let's start with what cards are not great. A couple copies of Inquisition can probably come out. Probably want the Pyromancer, probably want the Brutalities. Sphinx is theoretically good, but if they're doing their job, their guys are mostly unblockable. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. Kolaghan's Command is fine. And it's just another Inquisition. So the main reason to bring in Brutalities, besides the fact it's a kill spell, is it's a kill spell that can get Master of Waves, which is one of their bigger trump cards. I don't think I want to put in this other Liliana, the Last Hope, for right now, so I think we'll just go ahead and get this Inquisition. Maybe it's wrong boarding out the Inquisitions on the draw, but I do like having answers to their on the board stuff. And Bloodbraid Elf just overperformed in that first game. Lava Man would probably be our ideal turn 1 play. So our opponent mulliganed to 6. And we have a 1-lander. I think we'll keep it. It is awful risky. We have 2 draws to hit 1 land drop. A mulligan to 4. Scry a card at the top. Alright. Alright, well. Got one more draw step to hit a land. We do have 24 in our deck, besides the one that's already in play. So, of course. Ultimate punishment, right? So what am I discarding then? Guess for right now, Liliana makes the most sense. Silvergill with Water Tap Weaver behind it. I didn't want to draw a land anyway. Yeah, Bloodbraid Elf's probably the next discard. But at this point, if we don't draw lands, it's not going to really matter. Sure. So we're going to get hit for 3 here. Okay. Alright, so Collective Brutality. Am I looking to escalate is the question. -2/-2, gain some life. Am I discarding, I guess, Bloodbraid Elf here? So we know one of the 2 cards in their hands, that Water Tap Weaver. So looks like they're just going to fire up the Mutavaults. Get in for 4 here. Alright, Overgrown Tomb's not a horrible one. Let's play out this. Am I playing out Bob or am I playing out Tarmogoyf here? Tarmogoyf almost certainly forces them to play that Water Tap Weaver. Confident I can draw us out of this land screw. Yes, Tarmogoyf's the bigger roadblock right now. Force them to have some way to answer it. Yeah, looks like Water Tap. Nope, Master. Okay. Ether Vial. Another Ether Vial? Or Dismember? Looks like you're dismembering. This is kind of an annoying situation. I play out Confidant. This is where being stuck on lands is really starting to punish us a little bit. So am I just supposed to terminate this? Yeah, kill the Lord. It's probably the best line, because even if we play Confidant, like we're taking a hit for 6, even if they don't want to risk the Lord in combat, and then... I think the worst draw for us, honestly, is probably land here. Alright, so they're just going to fire up the Mutavaults. I think I should have used one of the... Use the Abrupt Decay instead of the Terminate, though. Because I'm not going to be able to kill these Mutavaults otherwise. Of course, Blooming Marsh. Yeah, a little late on that. Guess I play out Ooze, force them to use the Water Tap Weaver. And Confidant's getting to the point where he's going to be a liability. Now they get to play Water Tap Weaver and fire in with one of the Mutavaults. Alright, so they're going to fire up both Mutavaults. Does this mean you drew a Lord? I keep mistapping with a stupid... Alright, so... Feels a little risky to go with Robert Confidant here, but... I know that Water Tap Weaver is probably coming down next turn. So... What you got here? Alright, that is... actually... kind of giving away the fact that I have an answer to your... stuff, but oh well. Another Lord? Silver Gold up, sure. Wow, that's a lot of Mutavaults. Alright. Come on, just fire up your other Mutavault. Alright. Yep, this is going to end very poorly for you, friend. Very, very poorly. Black, green, kill that. Block. Eat one of your lords. Hopefully Robert's good to us. No Bloodbraid Elves, please. Alright, land. Good Bobby. Tarmogoose. Alright, I don't hate Tarmogoose here. Do I want to risk running out another Dark Confidant, though, is the problem. Alright, Tarmogoose. And then... I think I just pass here for right now. I'm not going to play out my other Robert Confidente because I don't want to risk... Okay, so my opponent wisely viled up to 3 to get their water tap in. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more creatures in the graveyard. Alright, let's go ahead and continue to bolster our life total a little bit. Okay, Mr. Confidant is being nice so far. Alright. So... Black, black. Play out Liliana here. Question is, which direction is Liliana going in? Guess we're just plussing here, taking away some of your resources. We are going to put Robert Confidant in the graveyard, because I don't feel like risking 2 bobbies. Okay, so they kept... They kept their water trap elemental as opposed to... What are you tapping down? Tapping down my scavenging use. Interesting. So they would likely need to hit like Lord into... or Spreading Seas into Lord have a good... Do you realize whatever you don't... So either it's a land or it's just a vile thing here. Another Confidant and a mountain. So, plus here. Looks like it's just a land. Yep. So am I firing up Raging Ravine here? 1, 2... Yeah, I think I'm just going to fire up Raging Ravine. Green that... Start putting some pressure on them if they want to trade like 2 of their numbskulls. I think I'm okay with this. Opponent's got their Ether Vial. Guess you have no reason not to tick it up for 4 to get like master, in case you draw like Master of Waves here. Curse Catcher, not going to really do a ton here. Gonna need the Silvergill Adept. Gonna need your Master. See what Bobby reveals. Alright, so Liliana. And another Tarmogoose. At this point, make them sacrifice a creature. play out Tarmogoyf. Start attacking with Scavenging Ooze. Okay. I guess you give up on this game? Alright, got there against Merfolk. So, Golgari, how are you doing tonight, since you seem to be the only one that wants to be talking in chat? Do you usually play Jund, or what decks do you usually play in Modern? How's everybody else doing? Feel free to join in. Tell me what I'm doing right or doing wrong. I'm hardly a black green expert, so... Hardly. Yes, I'd like to play first. Yeah, we'll keep this hand. Not the most exciting Jund hand, but the way Reid has this deck built, we're not exactly built to get a lot of turn 1 discard plays, so... Another island. So I guess I need a black source here. Am I just getting basic swamp? Yeah. Somewhat punished. Just in case our opponent's a Blood Moon deck for whatever reason. Oh, looks like they're a blue-white deck of some style. Play out the Scavenging Ooze. Might be a blue-white X. They're either blue-white X control or they're Storm of some kind, possibly. Though admittedly it has been a little bit since I've seen Storm. Alright. Gideon of the Trials. Alright. So I guess I'm using Bold here to just go ahead and deal with Gideon in conjunction with the... I like to redirect this ability, yes. Really don't want to play more into a Supreme Verdict, so... Gonna make them have it here. Have the Pulse in case they have Jace. Alright. Snapped Caster Mage, trade with our Scavenging Ooze? Is that what's going on here? Alright. Have no reason to play the Bloodbraid Elf right now. Doesn't look like they have Path, because I think they would have gone past that path if they did. So... Gideon Ally of Zendayakar. Yep. So... See if we can hit a removal spell off this. Oh, that's not a bad one. 2 damage to target creature. What's up, 4? How you doing? Turn target creature from your graveyard to your hand. It's doing pretty decent. Let's see, 2 damage, target creature, player. Target player discards a card. Okay, target player, target creature. Well, that's good. Played Bloodbraid Elf Ponza earlier. Ended up going 5-0. It's kind of dumb, actually. And then now we're playing some Bloodbraid Elf Jund. Got smacked around by that new, or should say, revamped Green-Red Eldrazi list. And then played a couple close games against Merfolk, but ended up winning. Now it looks like we're up against some type of blue-white X shell. Hey, actually it's more of a... I don't even know how to describe it. What deck seems sick? This one or Ponza? Alright, well, let's kill Gideon, attack our opponent, because there's nothing for 1 blue mana here. Yeah, if you have Vapor Smag. Vapor Snag, more power to you. Kulagon's Command, huh? So our opponent have something like Settle the Wreckage here. Is that a thing? Try it Sunday. Guess if they have Settle the Wreckage, they have Settle the Wreckage. Cryptic Command. Why wouldn't you Cryptic Command tap my team? Wouldn't that make more sense? Yeah, green-black Eldrazi seems... or green-red Eldrazi just seems dumb. Does our opponent have, like, a mana leak here? I have no idea, dude. That was a new one on me. I don't know. I haven't changed anything on the settings. You're seriously gonna try to Vendilion click me? Okay. Target player, this black. Let's go. Yeah, I found it kind of dumb too, honestly. So, the last card was Negate. Alright, well, let's see if they go ahead and click me here then. Alright, well, let's go ahead and abrupt decay this stupid thing then. Keep the pressure on. About to try some miracles. Yeah, the miracles list look pretty sweet running around. Getting in the trials. Alright. So we have a Maelstrom Pulse to take care of that. Pass to our opponents. See what you got, friend. Alright. Wonder what our opponent drew into that they're pausing here. Possibly nothing? And now you have one more draw step, friend. Looks like that's a concession. 2 lands, figured as much. And we had 3 lands in hand, so we weren't doing a whole lot better. Alright, so Blue-White X control. Which cards are garbage? So we saw, looks like they're basically Tribal Gideon. So what is our best plays against that? Thoughtseizes definitely need to come in. Collective Brutalities seem pretty decent. Spell Bomb, maybe. Last Hope, maybe. And then what cards come out? Am I interested in Fulminators? It's a lot of maybes here. I think some amount of these bolts can come out. Maybe just all of them. Fatal Push. Maybe that's one of the cuts. And then I want to leave the Terminates. I want to have some type of removal spells in case they bring in like Spell Quellers and nonsense. One more cut. Is it just the Spell Bomb? No, I think I still want the Spell Bomb. Any suggestions, anyone, for the last cut? I'm thinking I don't want to go too nuts on. I guess it's just a Spell Bomb. Don't know how many Snapcasters they're actually running, so Spell Bomb might not be the greatest, especially when we have oozes to somewhat control their graveyard. I don't want to cut lands, because lands are relevant. So no discard spell. Other than that, I think it's a keep. Alright. Raging Ravine, go. Spreading Seas, sure, whatever. Verdant Catacombs. Get us an Overgrown Tomb. I don't think the land destruction plan is going to work out too well for them here. But like, we have 25 lands in our deck. Gideon of the Trials, huh? Yeah, that one's a little bit annoying. Tarmogoyf. Play this out, go ahead and plus this. What am I ditching here? Guess Raging Ravine for now. See what our opponent discards. Alright, I thought I hit this one already. Opponent discards an island. Alright. Going after Liliana here. Actually, no. Just let Liliana die. Wall of Omens is slightly annoying here. So, opponents cut us off of our green sources, so I guess their stupid plan has worked a little bit. Go ahead and sacrifice here. Get Gideon for 2. So we can't cast any of our green spells. Field of Ruin. Sure. So it looks like we get to hold on to Liliana for a turn. Collective Brutality, you say? Huh. So uses 2 life. Cryptic. Oh, that's gonna be annoying. Celestial Purge and yeah, getting an ally of Zendikar. I think we're in some trouble this game. So I guess we discard Kolaghan's command here. We'll just start discarding a land. Because we're kind of color screwed, I don't think we're going to be able to fight through this one. They're just going to activate Colonnade and attack. Elspeth? Yeah, that's enough of this game. Sure. Alright, so I'm interested in these Fulminator mages now. Suspect these Lilies, the Last Hope, are not very good, given the face of what our opponent has put us through. Lava Man might be fine. And then maybe to get these Terminates out of here. Simply because our opponent doesn't have that many creatures. They probably have Snapcasters, and that's about it, other than whatever tokens their various Gideons and Liliana spit out. Might be some reason to have the bolts in the deck, but I guess I'd like to play first. Sure, keep it. Turn 1 Raging Ravine. Play out our Tarmogoyf here. Lavamancer would have been good last turn. So our opponent wants to kind of try to color screw us here. I guess we get Overgrown Tomb. Yes. Play out a Tarmogoyf. See if our opponent goes for the color screw plan again. Nope, just Wall of Omens. Inquisition of Kozilek. Let's start with Blood Crypt. Go ahead and Inquisition our opponent, see what they've got going on over there. Timely Reinforcements, Purge, and Serum Visions. So, escalate, -2, this, do that and that. What am I discarding? Probably this Stomping Ground here. Taking your other Celestial Purge, leaving you with Timely Reinforcements if you decide to go that route. What am I grabbing here? Top, that's a little scary. Another Tarmogoose. I think we go Lavamancer here. Not going to deploy the other Tarmogoyf in case one of those cards was a Supreme Verdict. Search for Azcanta, sure. So the question becomes, which one am I supposed to go after here? Am I supposed to go after the Azcanta, or am I supposed to unlock my red source? One, two, three, four, five. Guess we go after the Azcanta. We got the Verdant Catacombs here. Alright, Field of Ruins, sure. Timely reinforcements. There's Serum Visions. Bottom, top. Alright, go get ourselves a red source. I guess we don't actually have any to go get. Be problematic. Blackleaf Cliffs. This is going to buy our opponent a lot of time, which is not great. Now the question becomes, am I beating Supreme Verdict anyway? And I think the answer, given how this game has shifted out, is no, so... Seriously? Okay. Okay, thanks, opponent. Get rid of land and land. Get rid of land and land, because our opponent's graveyard still has land in them. Alright, no reason to add this other Tarmogoyf to the field. Wow. It's a lot of timely reinforcements. So go ahead and eat what, Inquisition and Brutality here. Play out Scavenging Ooze. Is a Cryptic Command? Counter target spell, draw a card. Sure. Pass through opponent. Supreme Verdict, obviously, is a beating. Is this Supreme Verdict? Yep. Jace the Mind Sculptor. Alright. Brainstorm. Okay. This is definitely an intense matchup. I don't know how I feel about this move by our opponent, but whatever. So basically you just admitted your Jace is dead. Let's see what you got going on over there still. Celestial Purge. Get rid of that and that. Attack them, attack Jace. Opponent has one draw. Looks like it's not a... Huh. Move to combat. Path to exile. Sure. Attack with Tarmogoose. Am I even supposed to play Liliana here? I guess. Just plus it. Opponent can't afford to fire up Colonnade here, so they're in some trouble. Go ahead and eat our land and Tarmogoose. Attack with Tarmogoyf. If opponents press in the blocking with their Colonnade. Plus the Liliana. 2/2, and that will reduce Tarmogoyf by one size, unfortunately. Actually, they have a snap in their graveyard? Wow. Okay. So we play on. That was a heck of a time to draw your one outer. Alright, so get the ultimate Liliana here. So Spreading Seas, that, and so leave you with all your mana. The heck did you keep, friend? Path to Exile is an interesting one. Ah! Well, it looks like we get to lose this one. Opponents kind of outdrew us here. Rest in peace. Alright. I'll kill our Liliana. We drew another Liliana. This is a little bit frustrating, but yeah. Next turn we'll go ahead and fetch thin our deck a little bit. Yep. Have no more fetchables. Alright, I mean, if our opponent has nothing, we might have a chance here. Wow! Yeah. Yeah, I kind of figured it was a land, friend. So, for everybody who wants to know how stupid the blue-white versus Jund matchup's gonna be, I guess we just saw a preview of that matchup. Woo! Alright, I will be back in 1 short minute. Alright, we're back. So that last game, I'm just curious, does anyone think should we have left in the bolts there? Especially having seen our opponent was on Gideon Hero, Gideon of the Trials, Gideon Ally of Zendikar. Should we have left the bolts in the last game? Just to have another out to top deck to kill them? I honestly don't know what the right answer is on that one. Wasn't expecting so many timely reinforcements. That's for darn sure. I'd like to say thanks everyone hanging out this evening, this morning, wherever you are in the world. If you like what you're seeing, feel free to hit that follow button. I've been streaming a little bit more frequently here last couple days after taking a little bit of a short break. I have a YouTube channel, has a lot of standard modern content. Right now we've been doing quite a bit of Jace and Bloodbraid Elf decks, as well as a few standard decks here and there. Went 5-0 with a red-green Bloodbraid Elf Ponza deck earlier today. Now we are... Alright, so... yeah, hand seems like pretty reasonable. Once again, the only thing... so this deck list was, I believe, tweeted out by Reid Duke. The only thing I'm not sure of is the lack of 1-mana discard spells. There's only 4, whereas most green lists are running... oh. Ponza! Yay fun! So... alright, Liliana here, so... fetch... swamp... fetch... forest... play Robert Confidant. Now our opponent, if they have Blood Moon... actually they went green. Huh. It's possible they have... yep. Let's say Blood Moon or a land destruction spell. Blood Moon. Alright. Wow. Liliana's over common sense, I guess. Robert Confidant. Play out Scavenging Ooze here. Maybe we'll be able to leverage these bolts into enough pressure. Alright, Huntmaster of the Fields. Alright, Bloodstained Mire. So... guess it's just attacking with Scavenging Ooze here. See if they feel like blocking. Suspect this is not a very good matchup. Alright, so our opponent chooses not to block. Go ahead and bolt this Huntmaster. Don't take 2. Run out another Dark Confidant. And hope we don't get Inferno Titaned here. Mavani Acid Moss. Alright. Took us off our red source, which is interesting. Get a land. Get a land. How about Bloodbraid Elf? So... Vulture Wolf. Attack for 7 here. Alright. And see what you got here. Could very easily have Inferno Titan here. One, two... Alright, that's annoying. Alright, Baloth, sure. So now we know our opponent does not, in fact, have... Alright. Well, that kind of sucks. So... we missed our 1 turn window to get Maelstrom Pulse to get rid of this stupid Blood Moon. See what our opponent's last card is. Yep, Inferno Titan. Alright. So perhaps they baited out our Terminate. So either they baited out our Terminate or they just literally got that Inferno Titan. So I guess our only hope is to draw our other swamp and hope to Lily on it. Yeah, I think this game is pretty well over here. So forces us to chump block, not that we have an out at this point anyway. Yeah, we can terminate the 1, go to 2, but then they just monstrous us and kill it. Alright, so opponent's on Ponza. Deck is super annoying. We played it earlier, just not this particular version. Alright, so Sideboarding. You know, the Last Hope can come out. Fatal Push, maybe. Definitely want the Thoughtseizes. Brutality is okay on the play, I think. What cards do we not want? These Kolaghan's commands are kind of in this matchup. And make one more cut. Fatal Push can kill a lot of their guys if we can trigger Revolt. Maybe it's just... No, we want Abrupt Decay. Just one of the Brutalities out. Bring in the Brutalities as a way to get their 1-mana idiots that aren't Utopia Sprawl. The Fulminators aren't particularly good because they often just enchant a regular forest, so we can't snipe their Utopia Sprawl as much. Yeah, hand seems fun. So I'm going to have to lead on Inquisition here. I would like to get out Scavenging Ooze, but at the same time... Right, Utopia Sprawl, Blood Moon, Kitchen Finks, and Baloth. So... Just take the Utopia Sprawl here, slow them down. Next turn, play out our Treetop Village. Just plan to Abrupt Decay their stupid Blood Moon if they play it. Alright, Fatal Push. Not the most interesting card we've got, but I'd like to get this Scooz into play, but at the same time I want to be able to hold up Abrupt Decay. So now our opponent is debating whether they go for Blood Moon here, or if they just go for... Yep. Unsurprisingly going with Finks, because we're holding up cards that could impact them. Maelstrom Pulse, not bad here. Hold up Scavenging Ooze. So then, if they don't want to play their Blood Moon out, then we can go ahead and bolt this guy and then eat it in response. This is the annoying part about playing against Ponza, is they have so many different play lines for a relatively simple deck. Now we could have taken the Blood Moon, saved ourselves the problem. Well, if Stone Rain's going to be your play this turn, I'm going to go ahead and bolt your stupid Kitchen Finks. Response to the persist trigger. Just eat it. I guess just lose my land. Alright, Overgrown Tomb. Go ahead and shock that in. See what our opponent decides to do here. Alright, that makes things a little bit easier. Now I can get your stupid Blood Moon out of the way. Oh, you have 2 Blood Moons. That's obnoxious. So your hand is Blood Moon, Titan, and that. So I have no way to trigger Revolt, no way to... Yeah. Yep. Turns out Blood Moon's still a pretty good card. Just play your stupid Blood Moon already, please. Song and dance around the stupid Blood Moon's getting extremely obnoxious. Guess they'll just play their Baloth here. And I just... wow. I can't believe I just punted that moment. Forgot to float the mana. Wow. How many punts can I make? Yeah, I know. I know it happens. I'm just very frustrated because I had the play lined up from turn whatever, and I still... Yeah, it happens. It's just very frustrating because I needed to float the mana. Especially since our opponent's bricking. And I would have been able to... Because, like, with this Tarmogoyf in play, I'm pretty sure we'd have a pretty good chance. Plus, I have a Maelstrom Pulse to clean up the stupid, Inferno Titan. So this was a game that should have been winnable. See what you got going on over there. I think I'm just going to go ahead and concede here. Thanks everyone for watching me punt this matchup. That said, I'm not sure we would have won a game 3, but still. Magic, things that can only happen on Magic Online. Alright, yes, I'd like to play first. Alright, yeah, keeping this hand. Once again, the only thing we're lacking is a turn 1 interaction, but beyond that, we're in okay shape. Tarmogoyf into either Liliana or Maelstrom Pulse. See what our opponent shows us here on turn 1. Basic Mountain. Basic Mountain, go. Alright, well, if nothing else, we will be able to... Do I even run Tarmogoyf out right now? I guess. If they have a bolt, they have a bolt. Does Basic Mountain go? There's a couple of decks this could be. Alright. Jund, possibly? Or Burn? Alright, so we're losing our Liliana here. Which means they can no longer bolt our Tarmogoyf. Is this... Alright, I'm going to play... Gives away a little bit of information, but I want to be able to fetch a forest in case this is Mardu Pyromancer. it's looking like Mardu Pyromancer here. Definitely looking like Mardu Pyromancer. So, guess they're digging for Fatal Push here. Get a basic forest. So I'm somewhat live against Blood Moon. Okay, I can stop draw on lands now. Yep. Well, I'm glad we were able to play around Blood Moon in this game. They're not flashing back looting, which is curious. Alright, so... Turn target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Target player discards card. Turn that, discard. It's possible they could discard souls here, but I'm thinking they would have already flashed back Lingering Souls if they had it, or flashback Faithless Looting to get it in their graveyard. I know I'm getting a Tarmogoyf back. What do they discard here? Terminate. Which means you probably already have an answer to my Tarmogoyf, but I still probably think I play it out here. Just because that's fewer answers to Dark Confidants and other stuff down the line. Alright, so how does this die? Fatal Push or Terminate? Kolagon's Command. Alright, I guess I discard a Blackleaf Cliffs. And... why didn't they get back Bedlam Reveler? They just had that in hand? Okay, discard a mountain. Last card's Bedlam Reveler, sure. Alright, so I get to Inquisition you. See what you hit here. Young Pyromancer, Lightning Bolt, Fatal Push. Pulse your stupid Reveler. So now you have Young Pyromancer and Bolt. Which isn't going to be the easiest to beat, but we at least have a line. Do you bolt me in response to get the token? Sure. Opponent does have those Faithless Lootings in the graveyard, so I don't understand playing out this one land there. Throws away a Lightning Bolt and a... Sure. Throws away a Brutality and a Bolt. Here comes Tarmogoyf. Drop you to 6. Play out an Ooze. Opponent's got 1 card in hand. Is it a Reveler? Manamorphose. Alright. Alright, and Concession. So, second Blood Moon deck in a row. They have some potential land destruction in the grave, let me get the deck list for you. MTG. Let's go ahead and get this stupid decks. Copy. There's the deck list. It's a copy and paste of a Reid deck list. Alright, so what do I want? Probably want Nihil Spellbomb. Let's see, Liliana the Last Hope, maybe. It's reasonable against some amount of their stuff. Lavamancer, maybe. A lot of times you discard out these Inquisitions in grindy matchups. And maybe a Thinks in. Am I interested in Fulminator Mages? Probably not. Brutality, no. Let's go ahead and submit like this. Just like to thank everyone for hanging out tonight, watching us play some Jund with Reid Duke's deck list. So we keep this hand. Hope they don't Blood Moon us. Yep. Get to take away probably Confidant here. Hopefully we draw one of our swamps. Alright, they take Tarmogoyf. Interesting. Alright, so play out Blackcleave Cliffs. The off chance they give us a young Pyromancer to go bolt. Next turn we'll fetch a forest. That's risky. Do I fetch a forest or a swamp? I guess with the nature of this hand, we just switch, just play out the Verdant Catacombs and pass. Go get the forest. They Blood Moon us. We have a better chance of drawing a swamp than a... Wow, our Confidant didn't die. Does that mean we're getting Blood Moon here? This is either a Blood Moon or a Kolaghan's Command, I would guess. Kolaghan's Command. Alright, so... guess we're discarding a Bolt here. Alright, so... play out our Blood Crypt. Play out another Dark Confidant. Hold up Bolts on the off chance they play a Pyromancer. Dreadbore, sure. Ah, Liliana of the Veil. So... play out Liliana here. Guess we plus get rid of the Bolt. It's possible they have Lingering Souls and we regret our life decision here. Yep. Of course they have Lingering Souls. So that tells me they might have another Lingering Souls in hand here. Guess we hope to draw untap land so we can Kolaghan's Command, get back Tarmogoyf, and cast it next turn. Young Pyromancer. Young Pyromancer, Flashback Souls. So we draw a tap land. That's unfortunate. Alright. Target player discards a card. Kill this. I was really hoping for an untapped land there, but I can't hold on to things forever. Of course they have another Lingering Souls. Last card's a Metamorphose. So what card gets us back into this mess? I guess Bloodbraid Elf's our best draw. Alright, I'm gonna draw Thoughtseize. It's possible I was too quick on the trigger on that Kolaghan's Command. but at the same time, letting that young Pyro live, this amount of nonsense going on is kind of insane. Yep. Well, we drew a Tarmogoyf, but I think it might be a little too late this game. Yep. Kind of hard to beat, what, 3 copies of Lingering Souls? Oh, jeez. That's this game. I mean, I suppose we could hit, like, Bloodbraid Elf into something, but this keeps our Tarmogoyf from being an effective blocker against this Bedlam Reveler. What do we have seen? Liliana. So now we have to reevaluate how good Liliana the Veil is. Do I want some number of these discard spells on the play? I still don't think so. I don't think Fulminators are where we want to be. So, obviously, Jun still has issues with Lingering Souls. Alright, yes, I'd like to play first. Yeah, hand seems alright. Get to grab probably Blood Crypt here. Fetch a Forest. I mean, Lavamancer isn't the most exciting card in the matchup, but it does stuff. So, keeps Pyromancer under control if they don't have a kill spell for it. Discard spell? Yep. Probably losing Robert Confidant here. Yep. Alright, now Hell Spellbomb's not a horrible one. Go ahead and grab Forest here. Play out this Spellbomb. My question is, do I just want to get in for 1 damage here, or... Sure. Alright, Liliana the Veil. Question is, what am I willing to discard here? I think it's the Abrupt Decay. Now our opponent can't as freely discard Lingering Souls. Let's get rid of the Abrupt Decay here. don't think I care about Faithless Looting right now. If they want to spend their turn getting rid of Faithless Looting, they could have Dreadbore or something here. Just kind of whatever. Yep. Oh, okay. Play this out. I don't think I'm doing anything with her this turn, so. Wow. It's a high amount of Dreadbores. Scavenging Ooze. Play out Ooze. This is probably dying as well. It's a little bit of a high amount of Dreadbores for their list. Maybe that's response to Jace. So we might have to flash back the Faithless Looting here. Kolaghan's Command. Deals 2 damage to target creature or player. Okay. Yes. So we lose our Scavenging Ooze, which kind of sucks. Alright, so play out this Blackleaf Cliffs and pass. Alright, let's see what our opponent has here. Yep, I guess one good spell bomb deserves another, huh? Pass. Opponent could potentially have Blood Moon in hand, but just not be able to play it here. I guess Bedlam Reveler could be another card in their hand. Guess we'll find out rather quickly if they have Lingering Souls or not. Alright. Looks like Lingering Souls to me. Alright, Bloodbraid Elf. See what we hit here. Fatal Push. Not exactly our most stellar hit here. Terminator Kolaghan's Command. Bedlam Reveler? Yep. See what your last card was. Okay, it was a mountain. Of course. So annoying sometimes. Alright, pass. Yep. Kolaghan's Command. What is Kolaghan's Command? Alright. Return target creature. Turn that. Or should I discard? Hopefully it wasn't a good one. Oh, it was a Sacred Founder. Sure. Alright, Twilight Mire. Red, that one. Come on, be a good one. Yeah. And we can cast it, it just isn't going to kill anything. Maybe if it's... Yep, we're dead. Okay. Well, that was an uninspired 2 and 3 performance. So... what do we have drawn? Tarmogoyf. Go figure. Tarmogoyf into Liliana. Alright, so... Jund seems pretty reasonable with Bloodbraid Elf again. Obviously, our opponent... the black-red matchup feels pretty medium. They've got Lingering Souls. They've got Dreadbores now. Well, more Dreadbores to deal with, presumably to help deal with Jace, which means they have more answers to Liliana. Their Lingering Souls are obviously still a pain in the butt for Jund to deal with. The blue-white matchup felt close. The Ponza matchup, the punt in Game 2 cost me the game. Trying to think what else was going on here. Can't even remember what... Merfolk, we obviously were able to outmaneuver Merfolk. I can't even remember what the first matchup was. So we beat Merfolk, beat blue-white, lost to Ponza, lost to black-red in kind of an attrition-y mid-range game, and then round 1 was... I don't even honestly remember. So, obviously, Deck's pretty well built. Reid Duke is pretty good at building these Black-Green X decks. The one punt against Ponza hurt us. And then a lot of these other matchups, you just get into top deck wars. Like Lingering Souls versus Bloodbraid Elf. A lot of it just depends on what your particular weapon of choice for Jund is. I'm sure there were some sequencing errors in there just from playing things out. The argument of whether to leave in discard or not is debatable. Some people believe you should take out hand disruption in mid-range matchups. Other people leave it in. Didn't look like our opponent brought in Blood Moons against us. So, other than that, I mean, Jund does Jund things. Some matchups you win the top deck wars, some matchups you lose the top deck wars. We really didn't see too many of our creature lands in some of those matchups. We really didn't see a lot of Dark Confidants toward the end of games. So a lot of our card advantage spells we didn't see in the matchups we lost. There was the one slip up against Ponza that cost us a game. Deck's pretty solid overall, but I think really has to be your cup of tea to kind of run this. So, anyone else have any thoughts or anything about this? I mean, obviously the one misplay in Ponza is the one thing that sticks out in my mind. And it's possible I should have left Bloodbraid Elf instead of racing, because that left us dead to bolts. So, I mean, if we would have drawn that Tarmogoyf, if we would have been able to block their Bedlam Reveler for a turn, Liliana would have cleaned up. So we were just like a turn off from stabilizing and possibly winning that game. Beyond that, the deck was pretty fun, but I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of getting into these mid-range battles. I'm more of an aggro or combo-esque player, so for me some of these matchups are just very, very swingy. So, deck feels pretty strong. It's a Reid Duke creation, so what more can you say? Thanks everybody for hanging out, watching some Jund this evening. I'm going to flip over and do a friendly Ixalan draft. If you want to stick around, please feel free. Help critique me on my drafting. I certainly need some help in that regard. For those of you that just tuned in to see some Jund, thanks for hanging out. Please kindly think about hitting that follow button. If you really like what you're seeing on the channel, feel free to subscribe. We have a YouTube channel with a large amount of standard and modern content. We have some Jace decks. We have some Bloodbraid Elf decks, thanks to borrowing cards from Mana Traders. Beyond that, we're going to start a draft here. Play lobby. But I need to stop recording for the